Hey everybody, I'm Sean Whistler. I'm the Director of Music here at Corpus Christi, and today we're kind of making the final preparations as we journey towards Lent, starting with Ash Wednesday, which is next Wednesday. And there's been some questions about the palms and the process of burning them and why we burn them. And it's really simple, but I want to start with why we have palms in the first place. We get our palms on Palm Sunday, which is the Sunday before Holy Week. And those are signified the palms that were laid down when Jesus rode into town, just days before he was crucified. So we hand out palms, and there's usually a big processional, and that kind of kicks us into Holy Week. Well, people take those palms home, or we keep the leftovers, and they dry out over the year. And then people, right before Lent, the last 2 weeks have been bringing them in. And because those palms are blessed on Palm Sunday, rather than just throw them away, we burn them. And Stan, one of our retired guys, is here, and he's going to do the burning today. But we burn the dried palm fronds, and what we do with those is then those are turned into the ashes for Ash Wednesday. So it kind of connects the entire year here. You can see we use those through the entire liturgical calendar year. So that's kind of interesting about that. And as far as the burning of them, like I say, they've been blessed, so it's rather than just discard them and throw them away, we burn them. And then normally you would get the sign of the cross on Ash Wednesday. This year, because of COVID, you'll get some sprinkling, which Father Jerry did a video about that. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch his What's Up Wednesday from this past Wednesday. But we'll do that on Ash Wednesday, and then that kicks us into the 40 days of Lent. And it's just a great way. It's a great reminder. The ashes are a great reminder to remember that we're mortal. We have mortality, and it's just a great reminder of why we're entering Lent and the sacrifice that Jesus made, and that he was praised coming into town just days before then he was crucified. So it's really interesting how that all happened. So I was just going to go ahead and get out of the way here so you can see Stan and how it starts it. He's cut them into smaller bits so they fit inside. And they burn really easily. And they burn pretty fast and pretty hot. You can see we don't have as many as we normally do this year, obviously because of COVID. But usually you'd be out here and you take handfuls at a time. And then as they start to burn down, they turn into ash. And if you can see behind Stan, he's got a couple of sifters that then we sift them through. We kind of crush them down and we sift them through, which turn them into the really fine ash that then Father uses on Ash Wednesday. So that pretty much sums up the ashes that we use for Ash Wednesday and how they're related to Palm Sunday. So just, a couple of things to remember that, Lent is 40 days, and it kind of helps us to remember the 40 days that Jesus spent in the desert fasting and resisting temptation, which is kind of why then, we as Catholics and people around the world really try to give something up for those 40 days, something that is a temptation or a vice for us. And again, this is to help us remind us that we are mortal, and that remember that we are dust, and from dust we shall return. And it's also a symbol of grief, the grief from the sins that we've committed. So I hope that helps you guys understand a little bit more about Ash Wednesday, Palm Sunday, and the ashes, and then the process of burning the palms. So thank you to Stan for doing this. It's super, super cold outside. So thank those guys when you see them around the church and around the school. All right, you guys have a great day. Happy Lent.